nothing.
Go.
Exciting new changes are in store for Coconino National Forest. Learn how you can become part of the process coming up.
Enormous changes are in store for the property.
And APS will charge a fee to solar residential customers. Find out why. Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Jan Petrie.
And I'm student anchor Virginia Beamer. Thanks for joining us. The Little America Hotel in East Flagstaff plans to do a massive expansion, which will develop 537 acres of land.
The plans for the project will be discussed and open for public input at tomorrow night's City Council meeting.
The project is called the Little America Neighborhood, and about 1,400 units will be built along with 400,000 square feet of commercial space.
Now, this new expansion will contain an 18-hole golf course and a 200-room hotel, which will offer about 500 new jobs. NAZ Today's Natasha Reeves provides various perspectives.
The new expansion for the Little America Hotel is a real concern to some residents and an opportunity for others. I spoke with Maureen Henn, the program director for Friends of Flagstaff Future, about the issue.
Our major concern is with the water for this development. Well, this is definitely a community issue. It's not just Little America's issue. Right now, there's not enough reclaimed water to build this golf course, to water the golf course. And so Little America stated that they will wait until there is enough water, which pretty much means that we'll be locking our water sources for the future. What Little America is requesting is to account for the golf course as open space because it can be used as a public golf course. But we sort of, and that will allow them to build less dense. But we're sort of questioning how will it really be a public good where, according to Little America, it'll cost about $100, to play golf out there.
There are many benefits to the development, such as jobs and improving the Rio de Flag.
The Rio de Flag goes right through this project, in a way splits off about a third of it to the south and 2/3 to the north. And if you've walked down in the Rio now, you'll see it's a very wide, open, broad area. And it's eroded, and the channel is becoming more incised into the natural valley of the Rio there. So they really are planning to do a very good thing for the Rio, to restore it back to a more natural condition.
Watch NAZ Today tomorrow evening for Flagstaff City Mayor Jerry Neighbors' input on the expansion.
Those looking to install solar panels on their homes are going to start paying more to use them with the arrival of 2014. The Arizona Corporation Commission voted to add a fee of 70 cents per kilowatt. This added fee is to help aid in the maintenance of the grid so as not to shift the cost to other APS customers. Those with solar panels have the advantage of the grid's 24 power supply while avoiding the costs of maintaining the grid. The average homeowner is expected to pay an extra $5 a month. Those who already have solar panels installed on their house will not have to pay the added fee for 20 years.
23 miles of new trails for hikers, bikers, and horseback riders throughout the Coconino National Forest.
This is just one idea the Forest Service is suggesting as they look to revamp the Mount Elden and Dry Lake Hills trail system.
A variety of improvements, changes, and additions are under discussion right now.
NAZ Today's Imani Payne joins us from the Wall Aquatic Center. Imani, what's happening?
Thank you, Jan. Yeah, there are lots of changes in discussion. However, this is still a planning process not anticipated to be completed until around the end of 2014. Today, I'm here where Forest Service held a public meeting in hopes of getting input from the community on what changes they hope to see being made. I'm joined by Jim Gibson, who attended this meeting. Jim, can you tell us why this is such a big deal and what changes you hope to see enacted?
This is a big deal because the Mount Elden Dry Lakes Trail area is close to town and it's used by a lot of different users and it's used a lot. And it's a unique opportunity to have a comprehensive plan to address a lot of needs and really to add more trails, add more diverse trails, and provide a better experience for a real diverse group of users. And
very nice. Well, we will continue to revisit this issue as it further develops. And for NAZ Today, I'm Imani Payne.
Here at NAZ Today, our hearts go out to those whose lives have been forever changed by the tornadoes that struck in the Midwest on Sunday.
With severe damage to multiple states and the loss of at least 8 lives, many questions arise, especially by those unfamiliar to tornadoes and the damage they may cause.
With us now is meteorologist Lee Bourne. Lee, what can you tell us about how people facing a natural disaster prepare for such events?
Well, fortunately, with today's technology, we can get the warning out that the kind of ingredients exist that there's going to be a tornado outbreak. At the beginning of the weekend, meteorologists in the region saw the possibility, and by yesterday morning, when this outbreak was just about to get going, there was plenty of watches and warnings there following pretty quickly. Now, here, this is issued by the Storm Prediction Center yesterday, and here's the Great Lakes region, and this is the area where we look for the high risk areas for tornadoes. And look at the high risk area. They pretty much nailed it right along the Illinois-Indiana border there. Moderate risk and a huge swath of area. All the ingredients were there yesterday for this huge tornado outbreak. A strong cold front moving in, very cold air dropping out of Canada, warm moist air still moving in off the Gulf. Now these are the storm reports yesterday, and the reds are the tornadoes, many in Illinois, many in Indiana, few in Kentucky and Tennessee and the southern area of Michigan, and one in Ohio. All in all, 91 tornado reports yesterday. The blue, those are all hail and wind reports, and there were 500 plus of those. Now, it is a little unusual to have such a strong tornado outbreak here in the fall. The fall is a secondary tornado season. A lot of people associate tornado season with the spring, when you still have the cold air and the storm track moving out of Canada and the warm air up off the Gulf. And in the fall, we have that cold air and the winter storm track starting to pick up, and we still have some warm water and a lot of moisture to work with out of the Gulf. So it's kind of the secondary time frame for tornadoes. The most tornadoes really occur in April, May, and June, although we can get them in October and into November. Remember, we had the October tornado outbreak here in Flagstaff back in 2011. Now, those tornadoes recorded at EF2, winds around 110, 120 miles per hour, quite a bit of damage. These tornadoes were some EF4s and a lot of damage out there, and possibly the first EF4 tornado ever recorded in Illinois. Here's a look at the radar from 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon. This is the line that saw the most tornadoes. There were some popping out. This thing marched across the Midwest all day yesterday. Some pretty spectacular video coming in off the internet that I pulled. That is a huge tornado to see out your window, and obviously a very terrifying sight. Devastating. 8 people have been killed by these tornadoes, but fortunately, you know, with the warning system, people took precautions. If we didn't have meteorologists out there and the technology we did, destruction would be much worse. Okay, coming up in a little bit, we have a storm system to talk about for us coming up later in the week. That's all in the main forecast. Stay with us.
Coming up, astronauts ready for launch reach out to answer questions for our leaders of tomorrow.
And gender identity is the topic, and NAU students bring it to the stage with a drag show. Check it out in the back.
NAU.
Be true blue NAU!
NAU!
Yeah!
Be true blue, NAU. Now that's true blue, NAU.
True blue NAU. Be true.
For over 20 years and with more than 65,000 success stories, Coconino Community College's commitment to the educational pipeline is vital to your future.
My name is Sheila Hollowhorn. I study mechanical engineering and train as a U.S. Air Force pilot and officer in the CCC to NAU program, which helps students like me transition from the community college to NAU. Upon completion, I'll be giving back by defending our country, and that's why I support CCC.
With your support, Coconino Community College will remain efficient, effective, and excellent.
Hi, I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. Oh, my parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Welcome back. For the first time in 40 years, one poll shows that fewer kids than ever dream about becoming an astronaut. In hopes of aspiring young people about outer space, NASA is reaching out to elementary school kids. Today, Puente de Hojo students in Flagstaff interacted live with astronauts working on a satellite launch to Mars, the Maven.
Puente de Hojo Elementary School got an experience of a lifetime today when the entire school watched the Maven Mars satellite launch.
Oh, it was good for me to have the connection between what I'm teaching in the classroom and what's real life. We were talking about, the formation of deserts, the formation of planets, and then all of a sudden we get this invitation to be part of this launch in the NASA Center. So they were excited. They were happy to be, in real life, see the connection.
Several students were able to talk with astronauts, ask them questions about the program and Mars.
I'm honored that they take their time out of their day to talk to us and tell us how it is up there being an astronaut, working hard. I just feel really honored.
Our little group of kids, I mean, this is something that they'll remember forever, and they were here. They really got this hands-on experience.
This once-in-a-lifetime experience has got students asking questions about how to become a scientist. Who knows? Because of this, the world of science may become even brighter. For NAZ Today with Brandon Newman, I'm Chelsea Mailing.
Puente de Hojo students will continue to follow the satellite, keeping up with the astronauts and learning more about Mars.
PRISM, an NAU student-run organization, sponsors a drag show at the Orpheum Theater. This fall's theme, Drag Me to Carnival. With backstage access to the kings, queens, and happenings of this semi-annual extravaganza, NAZ Today's reporter Sierra Ferguson gives us an inside look.
A drag show is a fun time.
Flagstaff is a town that's known for its cultural diversity. Well, tonight I'm at a place where culture is a turbulent thing.
Everyone has a different definition of what a drag show is to them. For me, it's an empowering experience, and it is a chance to have some fun and show some sides of myself that I don't necessarily present every single part of every day.
Everybody, you just go out on stage and you rock it, and you wear your cute shoes, and you do your makeup, and you wear hair, and that's basically what a drag show is. It's what you want it to be.
People want to kind of play with gender norms and, be a part of the queer community and just kind of get on stage and perform with it.
Society really refines and constrains masculinity and femininity, and this show plays with that at all times, and I think that's the best part about drag.
While challenging gender identities and cultural norms might lie at the philosophical heart of this event, there's something else about it that's really striking, and that's the crowd's fervor for fun.
The thing is to have some fun, to learn and to expand your ideas, and to really ground in a community.
You just want to make people happy, and you want to make them forget about their life for a little while, so it's great to be able to have such a good response from them.
We've really made a home in PRISM, which is People Respecting Individual and Sexual Minorities. That's the club on campus that sponsors us. And we've done this for over 10 years. And it's really amazing, that people still come. It gets bigger and bigger every year, and we have more and more performers. And so I think the community is just growing and growing, which is wonderful. RuPaul, a big famous drag queen in many different areas of the society, she says you're born naked and everything after that is drag. And so when I look at it that way, drag's so empowering.
This event was completely student-run and had a great turnout, as you can probably see behind me. With videographer Mason Agnew for NAZ Today, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
PRISM will hold another drag ball in the spring. For more information, visit our website, naztoday.com.
Well, today we saw sunny blue skies and green pine trees. But will they stay those colors for long? Meteorologist Lee Bourne has your forecast coming up.
And did NAU improve their chances for playoffs? Sports reporter Tressa Tudrick will let us know.
Snoring can be more than a mild annoyance. It could be a sign of a much deeper problem with your sleep pattern. If you suffer from sleep disturbances, trust the Mountain Heart Sleep Center in Flagstaff for effective treatment. With a full-time staff led by Dr. Stephen Marks, your corrective care is immediate with no need for a referral. And they're the #1 accredited sleep center in northern Arizona, Mountain Heart Sleep Center, for a good night's rest.
I was an ordinary guy, but I switched to Suddenlink's new internet, and now I can't stop being awesome, because it's the fastest in town. Downloads, uploads, any kind of load, everything just flows at speeds 13 times faster than phone company DSL. Even when the whole family is online, there's no buffering. With DSL, we were suffering. Yep, anything the phone company can do, I can do faster. Now that I have the next big thing from Suddenlink, now that I have a house full of easy.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
All right, a little hiccup over the weekend of all the mild weather we've been having. Actually cooled down, a little bit of precipitation, but we're right back at it with sunny skies and very seasonably pleasant temperatures. 53 degrees are high today, a little bit above average of 49 for this time of year, right on average with our early morning low. Weekend rain in the bucket, I think, I don't know, it was right around 1/10 of an inch or something for us here in Flagstaff, maybe 0.08 of an inch. Statewide temperatures today, everybody, just a few degrees above average, plenty of sunshine. All in all, a gorgeous way to start off the week. Camp Verde 69 today, 66 in Sedona, 66 Prescott, Winslow, 64 degrees. It was 58 degrees at the Grand Canyon. Okay, here's, let's see if I can go back. Yes. Okay. Here's a look at the satellite for today. Mostly sunny skies. Notice some cloud cover starting to move in, and that's what's going to happen for us the next couple days. We're going to thicken up some of these high clouds. We're looking for mild weather, I think, through Wednesday. Things get a little shady here at the end of the week. Look at all this high cloud cover as the storm tracks moving into the Pacific Northwest, and all these clouds that you see moving into central California and the high desert and the Great Basin. We're going to deal with those. They're going to be on the increase overnight tonight. They're going to stream through tomorrow for partly cloudy skies. Wednesday, even more mostly cloudy skies. A trough of low pressure starts to develop right into the western United States here on Wednesday. On Thursday, a branch of this area of low pressure will start to strengthen into this trough, and this is where the details become shady. Models differ on what's going to happen. One model takes, both models I should say, take a big area of cutoff low pressure off the Southern California coast. Models generally have a tendency to have a hard time handling cutoff low pressures. They're not associated with the jet. They kind of have a mind of their own. And it sits out here, it develops Thursday, maybe a little rain right along the northern Arizona border. Lots of warm air getting pumped in ahead of it. Still sits out here on Friday. It looks like still more rain across our very northern border. Saturday, one model has it backing off and going south. Another model keeps it closer. Chances of precipitation, I think, starting on Thursday. On Sunday, they all come into agreement that this storm moves through Arizona. A rather warm storm. I think Sunday's our best chance of precipitation, but I would say that my forecast confidence is low from Thursday through the weekend right now, but it will increase here as we get closer to the event. By midweek, we should have a better handle on how this thing is going to play out. Certainly cooler, certainly cloudy, some scattered rain showers. How much and exactly what day the bulk of it comes is still in question. Okay, here's a look at the current temperatures right now. It's 41 here in Flagstaff, 46 in Williams, 38 at the Grand Canyon. Some high clouds starting to move in. They'll continue to increase overnight tonight. Increasing cirrus clouds. Those are the high wispy ones. 26 degrees is our early morning low forecast for us here in Flagstaff. 46 degrees forecast in Flagstaff tomorrow. That is not correct. I am forecasting tomorrow, I don't know, when I get to the 5-day forecast, I think like around 51 or 52 degrees tomorrow. Partly cloudy, seasonably mild. That is correct. Sunrise is at 7:06. I just forgot to change that temperature. I think that's from last week. Okay, so 53 is what I'm forecasting here in Flagstaff tomorrow. 67 in Sedona, 63 in Prescott, 59 in Tuba City. We'll gradually cool things down. We'll gradually increase our cloud cover. But notice, we're generally mild as far as a storm goes. It's a kind of warm storm the way the picture looks right now. And with all the cloud cover, overnight lows don't even get that low either. And I bring in a chance of some rain showers here for us in Flagstaff beginning Friday, continuing Saturday. And certainly Sunday looks like it could be some rain as well.
Yeah, I love that thinking. Boy, everybody got to try that at home. Lee Bourne thinking. But anyway, thanks for a good weather forecast.
And you know what? I bet the football players are happy the Sky Dome is inside.
Yes, that is a big plus, I think, for the NAU football team, but I'm going to have your sports update when we come back.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson. As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. To make room for the 2014 models, we're clearing the lot, and that means great deals for you on our 2013s. Right now, you'll find rebates up to $10,000 on select Chevrolet models. Choose from a full line of vehicles, including the totally redesigned 2014 Silverado 1500. You can always count on our same relaxed, no-pressure environment. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
For Senior Day, the NEU Lumberjacks hosted the Northern Colorado Bears and came out with the win 24-7. The first scoring drive came late in the first quarter from a field goal by Andy Wilder. Junior Randy Hale Jr. had the token defense interception and took it all the way for a pick six mid-second quarter. Quarterback Hiram Poe scored for the Jacks as well. Poe and Chase Cartwright combined for a total 200 passing yards, but senior running back Zach Bowman was just being Zach Bowman. He had his 24th 100-yard rushing game of his career and had 161 total purpose yards in just this game. With the win, the Jacks moved up the Sports Network poll to number 10, and for the first time since 1996, the Jacks went undefeated at home. They finish out regular season play on Saturday against Southern Utah. Senior Jesse Brantley knows that this game is a big one, and Bowman can't believe that this was potentially his last game.
Southern Utah is going to be one where we're going to definitely take it to heart, and we're just going to play our game like we play it. You know, when you play a home game, you get kind of that repetition. You know, you wake up in your own bed, and you know, you just that repetition. You know, I look up in the stand, you know exactly where my parents are at, and I'm sure every other same thing for every other senior. That's the thing I think I'm going to miss. But you know, this doesn't feel like it's going to be my last home game, to be honest.
Out on the court, the NEU men's basketball team had a busy weekend in California, starting things off in Trojan territory against USC. The Jacks put up a fight, leading the Trojans by 10 points at the half. NEU's junior Asim Dixon led with a season-high 20 points and 3 assists. But the game-changing difference, USC went on a 14-4 run in the second half, and the Jacks scored half the amount of points in the paint, 42 compared to the Trojans' 22. Your final score is 67-63 USC. On Sunday, back on the court, NEU played Loyola Marymount was down by 1 point heading into the second half. Solo senior Max Jacobson netted a career high with 28 points, but the Lions had 33 points off the bench compared to NEU's 9 points. The Jacks would fall short, losing this one 90-78. NEU's back at home this Saturday for their season opener against San Diego Christian. Tip-off is set for 3 p.m. Well, the NEU volleyball team hosted the Montana Grizzlies on Thursday and played until the fourth set. The Jacks struggled in the first match, but managed to get by with a better hitting percentage over the Grizzlies. Sophomore Triana Henry led the defense with 19 digs, and sophomore Janae Vanderplug tallied in 18 digs for a career best. This win in 4 sets over the Grizz sealed a playoff spot for the Jacks in Coach Murphy's 100th career win. On Saturday, the Jacks hosted Montana State for senior night and came out with the win in 4 sets over the Bobcats. NEU had their second best hitting percentage of the season with a .362 average, but errors made the difference as the Bobcats committed 30 compared to the Jacks' 10. NEU finishes regular season play at North Dakota on Thursday, followed by Northern Colorado on Friday. Currently, NEU is tied for 3rd in the Big Sky Conference. Well, the Phoenix Suns played it down to the wire, and let's just go straight into it. Overtime, no, we're not at overtime just yet. Still 4th and seconds dwindling down the clock, and Grant Dragic drives it in, misses, and Kevin Garnett is right there with the rebound, passes it to Paul Pierce, who's then thinking he's going to be fouled by P.J. Tucker, but no foul's called, and he is not too happy about that. In overtime, tied at 98, and with 10 seconds left, Channing Frye shoots the 3, but it's no good, and Garnett connects to Johnson, who rushes down the court, and he hits the floater to beat the buzzer, and the Nets win in overtime 100-98. Well, the Arizona Cardinals played the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road in Week 11. But let's go ahead and take a look at this play because things get a little feisty. Third quarter, third down, and Arizona's leading by 10. And after Cardinals, Andre Ellington lost the yard in this play. He's going to meet the Jaguars, who basically just kind of give it to him. I mean, you're going to look at number 58, okay? 58 is holding something in his hand. Look at this play one more time. He's running, and he's going to come out with Andre Ellington's hair. Yes, he straight up pulled his hair out, and he's holding it in his hand. I mean, that's just crazy to me. That's just vicious. I mean, the intensity of that play to just come out with his hair is just ridiculous.
Got to get a better weave. I never understand why these pros have the long hair, because I'm sure it gets pulled in the bottom of piles all the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, it definitely looked painful. We've got more for you. Stay with us.
Oh, besides, you know, not doing my play-by-play intro.
Where do you want me to look? Like, do you want me to look at the camera or off?
Why did I choose Northern Arizona University?
What's the question? Why NAU?
Lots of reasons.
I have to choose just one?
Does apply. I chose NAU because of the small class size. My professors know me. They treat me like a person.
Just one thing. I came to NAU for the culture. There's so much to do.
NAU's affordable.
I know what my tuition will be for the next 4 years. I chose NAU because it's close to home, but not too close.
I can't choose. It has everything.
At Northern Arizona University, finding your way is a principle we believe in.
Sweet. All right, we're done.
Go Jacks.
All right, welcome back. High clouds on the increase. Still seasonably mild temperatures through Wednesday. Thursday, I think we have some rain chances beginning all the way through the weekend. Forecast confidence is a little low exactly when it starts, when the heaviest comes, what snow levels are. But if you stick with us this week, I'll have that for you. And I'm just getting used to this 2 5-day forecast thing, so I've skipped you at the beginning there, Sedona. But here's a look at it. You have the same chances of rain with temperatures hanging in the 60s, overnight lows in the mid-40s.
Okay, and this takes a room with a view to a whole new level. It's an underwater room added to a Manta resort off the coast of Tanzania. Among its amenities, a rooftop deck, a bedroom under the sea with a fish. The room will cost you some clams, $1,500 a night for a two-person stay and $900 for singles.
Does that look like someplace you want to stay, Lee?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think it'd be scary.
Really?
$1,500 a night, though. I got to look for a bargain.
That's a little steep.
Yeah.
You think it's like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, what happens under the sea stays under the sea? I don't know. That's where my thoughts went. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Take care. Have a good evening, and we'll see you here tomorrow.